What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson back with the latest and greatest from the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about the Washington Commanders. We just hit 6,000 subscribers on the channel last week, and we're looking to build towards 10K and eventually 100,000 subscribers. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on all videos. Content is going to be coming your way off season. The Commanders victorious yesterday versus our arch nemesis Dallas Cowboys, 26-6 in the first career start of Sam Howell. You love to see it. Our final victory Monday of the 2022 season. So all sights are now set on the 2023 offseason. And my favorite thing about the offseason every year is the NFL draft. I live for it. I live for every single mock draft, every rumor, and anything possibly relating to the future of the NFL. I love to just digest all of that information. So starting today on the channel, there will be some type of mock draft, whether that be full mock draft, first round, second round, or a full 7-round mock draft, or a full first round mock draft with all 32 teams. There's going to be some sort of draft related material coming every Monday on Mock Draft Monday on the channel. So make sure you tune in for that. Start with a 7-round mock for our Washington Commanders. And each time I do a mock draft, I'm going to have a theme behind it. For example, what I would do, what they are probably going to do, what Ron will do. There will always be some theme around it. If we get a quarterback draft, if we don't get a quarterback draft, if we rock with Sam Howell, there will always be some type of theme centered around my mock drafts. And I watch a ton of college football. I am no expert. I am no guru. And after about the 4th round, I'm just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. I'm not going to pretend like I can go prospect 1 to 300 and list every attribute and everything about them. At that point, I'm betting on need, and I'm betting on height, weight, speed measurables, and shit like that, and relative athletic score. So, hey, bear with me. You know, we ain't going to sit here and pretend like I am Mel Kiper Jr., Mike Mayock, or no shit like that. But I know what the team needs. I know what I would be after. And I know how Ronald Eugene Rivera moves. And unless some barring miraculous thing comes about where Dan fires Ron on his way out, Ron's going to be the coach for 2023. So my first mock draft for the 2023 offseason is what Ron Rivera would do. So this is going to be a full 7-round Washington Commanders mock of what I think Ron would do. Ron, creature of habit. He doesn't really go against the grain or do anything surprising that he's never done before. Every offseason, there's some type of position or player battle between fans of what the team should do. I remember Vita Vea versus Daron Payne that year. Then there's the linebacker versus quarterback conversation. I think the theme of this year is going to be cornerback versus offensive tackle, because the way that I see this class shaking out and the way that I know Ron isn't going to draft a quarterback in the first round, because Ron hasn't done it since he's got here. He hasn't done it one time. We drafted Sam in the 5th. Wasn't supposed to be a 5th, but I think Ron's plan, and this mock is going to be, Ron is going to have Sam and a middling veteran from the likes of Teddy Bridgewater and that ilk of player, Jacoby Brissett, Kyle Allen, that type of guy come in and compete with Sam Howell to be the starting quarterback. And they're going to try to aggressively pursue free agents to surround Sam Howell or the middling veteran a chance in 2023. Maybe stack the line a little bit, get a cornerback, another backer. But I think cornerback versus tackle is going to be a great conversation that we're going to see here. And with the 16th pick of the 2023 NFL draft to start my first mock draft for the year, I got Ron doing something that Ron does. he's going to draft him a hog molly. He's going to draft him a big boy up front. With the 16th pick, the Washington Commanders select Peter Skoronski, tackle, Northwestern. Probably the best all-around offensive lineman in the draft. He has shorter arms, so some people project him that he's possibly going to be an interior guy because he came in from high school as an interior prospect, but he's played tackle at Northwestern. Absolute mauler, bruiser. He's good at pass blocking and run blocking. He looks like a Ron Rivera draft pick. We need a tackle. We need a bookend left tackle because I don't think Charles Leno is that guy. Kick his ass over to the right side and let him play right tackle. I think the guard spots are going to be filled by Chris Paul and Sam Cosmi, two young boys. Chris Paul looked impressive in his debut. And my reasoning for going tackle, one, Paris Johnson Jr. went 6 in this mock. He went to the Detroit line. No, not the Detroit line. He went number 6 in this mock. And also, Ron has never drafted a corner in the first round in his 12 years as an NFL coach. So clearly he doesn't value the defensive back or secondary positions in the first round because he's never done it before. So I think it'll be between a lineman and a quarterback. He's not taking a quarterback. Next best lineman on the board was Peter Skoronski out of Northwestern. It was between him or Broderick Jones, the tackle we're going to watch in the national championship tonight for the Georgia Bulldogs. I went with Skoronski because of his versatility. You know, Ron's favorite 2 words in the world. Position flex, position versatility, position flex. You know that's what Ron do. So we got us a tackle that can play tackle or play guard, and he can play on both sides. Peter Skoronski, first pick of the 2023 draft for the Washington Commanders. Moving on to the second round. Since Ron doesn't draft corners in the first round, that second pick better be a goddamn cornerback. I would consider tight end here as well because I think we need to actually use the tight end position in 2023. We didn't get much out of it. And honestly, we could get out of Logan Thomas's contract this year. Like the guy, beautiful family, not a great tight end. I think you're a little bit hyped amongst the fan base. And I think a solidified pass catcher at that position, thrown in there with Bates and Cole Turner or possibly Armani Rogers, you know, it would be very advantageous for us to throw one of those on the roster. But we're not picking one here. With the second round pick, number 47 in the NFL draft, Washington drafts the cornerback from Illinois, Devin Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon is a dog, 6 feet, 180, long, lengthy corner. You know, pause for those of you who need to hear a pause after someone calls a guy lengthy, but he has length. He has good ball skills. He could be a man corner or a zone corner. You know the theme, as it always is with Washington when Ron Rivera is the coach, position flex, position versatility. He's an outside corner, though. He's going to be our cornerback 1. I like Benjamin St-Juste. I don't love Benjamin St-Juste, and I think he would be best served as the cornerback 2. Here in Washington. Give me Devin Witherspoon. He's one of the top 4 corners in the draft to me. Honestly, I think he's put more on tape than Khalid Ringo, except he plays for Illinois and Khalid Ringo plays for Georgia. So he's always going to get – and Khalid Ringo is more twitched up than Devon Witherspoon, but this guy can cover. This guy is giving up one of the lower passer ratings out there. 14 pass breakups this season. 3 interceptions, led his team in picks, or he was tied for the team lead in picks the year before when he only started 7 games in his sophomore year. Give me a baller corner in the second round of the draft. Devon Witherspoon, come on down. You are a Washington Commander. Pick 115. Chase Rouillet, love you. Love everything you've done in the community and love what you can do when you're on the field. You have had 2 serious injuries in back-to-back years. It's time we draft your successor. And its successor could mean right now because Chase is another contract we could get out of this year. Love Chase Rouillet with the 115th pick of the draft in the 4th round. Alex Forsyth, center, Oregon, All-American, Another hog molly. He gets to the next level, gets his hand on guys, absolute beast, just absolute mauler. Use a guy like that. If Chase Roulier is healthy, we make him put him at guard. But we need to have a plan at center because we started like 6 centers this year, and that's absolutely absurd. I don't need that ever happening again in my life. And that's all I got for this pick. Because like I said, I don't know too much about these dudes in these later rounds. Our 5th round pick 147. Give me Luke Schoonmaker, Michigan, tight end. I just told you why we needed a tight end. Here's your tight end right here. The guy can catch the ball. He appears to be a block first guy, but he has the ability to catch. He has the ability to make one-handed catches, and he creates separation for the most part. I wanted to go more so Dalton Kincaid, the Utah guy, in the 2nd or 3rd round, but with this mock draft, it doesn't factor in the compensatory picks that we're going to get for Brandon Sheriff, which is going to be a late 3rd rounder. So someone like that, I didn't have the luxury of doing that. So we're taking a tight end later in the draft. And with our last 2 picks of my first mock, linebacker from Tulane at 179, Dorian Williams. And with the final pick, the 211th pick in this mock draft, we took Jake Moody, the kicker from Michigan. They said, Rio, did you really just draft the kicker? And my retort to that would be, have you seen Joey Slye play football? The boys missed multiple extra points, multiple chip shot field goals. He's not the guy. At this point, he's only here because he's a nice guy and he's from the area, Stafford, Virginia. Mount View High School, Virginia Tech. That's why he's on the team. It's time we move on from Joey Slye. We got to draft the kicker, bro. If you could use a 6th-round pick on a long snapper when we still had Nick Sundberg in the building, you could definitely draft Jake Moody. Best kicker in the country, won both awards for it, missed 0 extra points. He's clutch. Period. End of conversation. Don't need to say anything more. So the first mock goes like this if you missed any of the picks or you skip past anything. First round, tackle Northwestern, Peter Skoronski. 2nd round, cornerback Illinois, Devon Witherspoon. 4th round, Alex Forsythe, center, Oregon. 5th round, 147th pick, Luke Schoonmaker, tight end, Michigan. 179 in the 6th round, Dorian Williams, linebacker, Tulane. And our final pick at number 211, kicker Jake Moody out of Michigan, because we need to draft and find our own kicker. No more experienced guys from other teams that comes here and eventually fails. Joey Slye is more liable to make a 60-yarder than he is to make a 28-yarder, and that is concerning to me. I don't need that in my life. We can do better than that. It's time to move on. This is my first mock draft, and this is what I think Ron Rivera would do. Next week, we're going to be doing a 2-round mock, me and my boy Jake Gray. He's a Ravens fan, and he's one of the most intelligent football minds that I know. He's going to be drafting what he would do, 2 rounds for the Ravens, and I'm going to be doing the first 2 rounds of what I would do for our Washington Commanders. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be drafting an offensive lineman with our 1st-round pick. I like the value of the class in the 2nd and mid rounds. Our 1st-round pick is not going to be a hog molly. So just to give you a preparation for that, that concludes my 1st-round draft. Let me know what you guys would do and what you guys think Ron Rivera would do in the comments below. And how would you grade a draft haul like this? I'm going to put an image of it on here so y'all can see it. That's all I got for right now. It is Black Monday in the NFL, and it is the final victory Monday of the Washington Commanders season. On to 2023 in greener pastures. Until next time, hail to the Washington Commanders. Deuces.